Second semifinal, we're counting down between number 2 East Fairmont and number 3 Point Pleasant here in Beckley. We already saw Charleston Catholic roll into the championship game in the first semifinal. They won 8-0 over the 4th-seeded Grafton Bearcats. Michael Minnick here with you. Thanks so much for joining us here on Video Productions in the NFHS Network. Final semifinal of Thursday. We saw 2 1-0 girls games earlier, the 1 and 2 seeds winning there. Charleston Catholic holding off the Point Pleasant girls 1-0. And then East Fairmont taking care of Elkins on a late goal by Leah Paul with 1:02 to go, winning that game 1-0. So it's been chalk so far. The 1 seed and the 2 seed on the girls' side, the 1 seed on the boys' side. East Fairmont trying to make it an all Charleston Catholic East Fairmont showdown in Saturday's championship game. So they'll have to do it against the defending state champions from Point Pleasant. The Black Knights breaking through last year, defeating rival Charleston Catholic in the final to win the school's first championship in boys soccer. Chip Wood's been in charge for 16 years, has won over 200 games, taking on an East Fairmont team led by Ian Hayhurst in his second year. The Bees won the 2016 state championship. Also have had solid teams in the years since then, but their first trip to the state tournament in several years. It's been Fairmont Seniors region to lose the last several years, although Wheeling Central pulled the upset last year. But with the Polar Bears now in AAA, the path was open for East Fairmont to win in single A, double A. They cruised through their section and then had a challenging regional game against a Trinity team that was well organized, defended well, 0-0 at the half, but the Bees able to break through and get a second half brace from Braden Christopher to get here the first goal. A really nice header off across on the right side from Tobin Fancher, and then a combination dish there leading to the second goal. Good setup from the junior Colin Maxey. So Christopher, the senior, scoring 2 goals. Get this East Fairmont team here. Point Pleasant, no strangers to this game, lost in the final 2 years ago, won the championship, as I said, last year. Two teams getting ready to meet at midfield and process out for this one. I mentioned Christopher as a player to watch for East Fairmont. Colin Maxey's been a really good playmaker for them, attacking player. Fancher, the senior, I like on that right side, a player that can get forward from his right back position, play some crosses in. Jared Terlowski, a good body off the bench. And we didn't see too much of Charlie Boyer, their goalkeeper, in the regional win last week, but he's had an excellent season as well for Ian Hayhurst. And these from Rugby. So for Point Pleasant, a lot of familiar names for people that have followed the state tournament the last couple years. Joey Pinkerton returns, Alex Schrader, Anthony Bertinoli, Colton Angus, Jaron Reed, a lot of guys that played key roles in Point Pleasant's championship run last year are back for this year. They'll have to do it as a lower seed, though. They were the 1 seed last year, had the advantage of an easier semifinal, got through that game, navigated to the championship game, were able to put away Charleston Catholic after an overtime loss the year before. Teams lining up here at midfield, waiting to be announced. Starting lineups here for you in this one. Big moment under the lights here in Beckley to make it this far as an accomplishment. You want to get one more game and then see what happens on Saturday. If you can win this one, take your chances with a Charleston Catholic team that is rebuilding a bit this year, still deadly, and certainly showed it in that first semifinal by beating Grafton 8-0. And it's being announced here, Point Pleasant in the whites. East Fairmont will wear the blue and gold, very similar to what the girls were wearing earlier for their 1-0 win. Blue shorts and blue socks. Substitutes being announced right now for these two teams. We'll step aside for just a minute. Come back with more here from Carter Family Stadium.
An enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in West Virginia, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
At Access Health, we treat your children the way we want our children to be treated, with care, compassion, and expertise.
We focus on treating the person, not just the symptom. Your health and well-being are our priority. And when you face uncertainties, we are there with advanced technology and compassionate care.
I was so excited when I heard this sandwich was back. I was like, Cloud 9. 2 words, Cloud 9. What's up? This is Mike.
And this is Celia.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich
is the symphony of flavors. You can always count on that crispy, tender, juicy chicken, and it's got pickled jalapenos, and it's so good.
My favorite part is the pimento cheese. Topped off with the honey, it all comes together perfectly. I like the original.
I like the spicy chicken fillet, but either way,
you're getting a winner.
Real customers paid for their testimonials.
At Little General Stores, we'll be there when you're ready, even if you're returning home for the first time in years. That is why we offer the LG Rewards Card that'll save you money on your favorite convenience store purchases, or even get you free drinks or coffee, allowing you the time to plan that perfect return. Go plan yours today, and when you need us, we'll be there. Thank you to those who serve, so the LG family can serve you. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
Back at Carter Family Stadium, starting lineup is being announced. A roar for the Point Pleasant Black Knights as their starting lineup is announced here. They are in the whites tonight. It's the lower seed for this semifinal game. 3 seed taking on the 2nd seed, the home team on the scoreboard. The East Fairmont Bees, I mentioned the jump that they've done the last couple years to get over the hump. Really had trouble in a difficult section getting by the legs of Fairmont Senior. Frankfort really has been on the upsell the last couple years. They were the sectional champion last year, watching win into the regional final. But East Fairmont has come together for the senior group, and talking to Braden Christopher after that regional win over Trinity, he said there was a little bit of friction, a little bit of dissension between these teams, but they were able to come together when they needed to. Caught fire in Big Ten play, played really well. Lost just 3 games on the year to get here. And again, they benefited from a little bit of a watered down section with the Department of Fairmont Senior, but that Northern Panhandle has produced some good soccer and some state teams over the past several years. Wheeling Central was here last year. Gave Charleston Catholics, gave Point Pleasant some trouble in the semifinal game. East Fairmont able to navigate things, and I think it took a lot to get through that Trinity game where they were playing a low block. They were really being defensive. They weren't allowing much of rhythm for East Fairmont. The Bees are able to navigate that game, find a way to win, and get back to Beckley, where they were state champions in 2016. It was a great final against Robert C. Byrd that year. The Big Ten has a tradition of having teams that have done well in this tournament. Lewis County made it here last year, lost in the semifinals. Again, Fairmont Seniors had some battles, especially with Charleston Catholic over the years to get here. I mentioned that Robert C. Byrd team that made 4 straight state tournaments, made 3 finals, and just couldn't get over the hump. Bridgeport has been a team that's been excellent in AAA as well. So East Fairmont was certainly tested by their Big Ten schedule. Point Pleasant's one of those teams that will take all comers. They really play a difficult schedule. It has paid off year after year to get them in this position where they're ready for a state semifinal and last year a state championship. And they've got quality up and down the field with the likes of Pinkerton, who was one of the best players in the state last year and has kept it going this year. Lineup still being announced for East Fairmont before this game. See the nerves for both these teams, a little bit of stepping back and forth, a little bit of swaying. You can feel the tension. These players would love to just get this out of the way, kick this game off and see what happens. Again, I think the first couple minutes are going to be really critical. We saw that in the first game where Grafton hit the post in the 2nd minute. Could have had some momentum had they scored there. Instead, Charleston Catholic got one 2 minutes later and just rolled one from there. Overcame Grafton 8-0 to find their way into Saturday State Championship game. Final introductions out of the way. Teams fist bumping as they go through the line. Good to see that sportsmanship from both of these teams. The 2 seed East Fairmont and the 3 seed Point Pleasant. Referees ready for this one as well. Saying hello to the coaches and support staff for both of these teams. Point Pleasant's gone through the line. They're now running towards their bench, getting ready for one final word of advice from head coach Chip Wood before they start this game. And new ground for Ian Hayhurst, his first state game in charge of the East Fairmont Bees. Imagine the message at this point has to be a lot of just do what got you here, right? You've done good things to win in this season consistently. You're able to win every game in the playoffs. Both these teams able to put on some impressive performances and peak at the right time. So don't need to reinvent the wheel here, right? You just need to play the soccer you get here. Don't get too nervous. You know, be deliberate. Don't take unnecessary risks. If the ball's in a kind of a fuzzy position, don't be afraid to clear it out. Give away a throw-in rather than a goal. Much preferable. Both teams huddling by the respective benches. East Fairmont has broken their huddle. Couple claps of encouragement. They'll put their hands in one final time and break. Starters taking the field for the Bees. And Point Pleasant responding in kind. They have broken their huddle. A couple of bounces up and down from their outstanding forward, Alex Schrader, as he heads towards the center circle. He will kick off to begin this match. Lots of dyed blonde hair on that Bees side. I like that sign of solidarity as well. Most of their players with the bleach blonde for this state tournament. Not the broadcaster's best friend. It would be harder to tell them apart, but I like it. Point Pleasant in the whites with point written above their numbers. The black striped shorts, white socks with the black stripes at the top. East Fairmont wearing the blue and gold tops, blue shorts, blue socks, and we are underway. The second semifinal, the fourth game of 4 today here in Beckley. One spot available in the final to join Charleston Catholic. Who will grab it? Point Pleasant, known for their physical, intense play, and we'll see a foul right away. Drawn by Colton Angus, one of the veterans in this lineup. Like I said earlier, a lot of really experienced players. Jaron Reed, their center back, has been one of the best in the state the last couple years. This is a strength of his game. Service on set pieces. Playing it towards the penalty spot. Over a couple of people, still loose in the box. Pinkerton was in the mix there for Point Pleasant. Couple of headers, still not cleared by East Fairmont. And finally a push will give them a free kick. Been a busy week for both these teams, I'm sure, preparing after their regional win. Extra practices, fine-tuning things, making sure everything was where it needed to be. I know from talking to coaches across all sports, one of the biggest things they deal with the first time is just the logistics. The hotel room, the travel, when to practice, where to practice. Now they can just relax and play the game, do what they came here for. Throwing up the far side. Drop back into the midfield. Excellent pressure there from Colin Maxey and East Fairmont. Early ball played over the top. Nobody home in white. That will go out for a throw-in for East Fairmont and Carson Church. Church has fought off injuries in recent weeks, getting healthier and healthier every day. Throw in for East Fairmont and Comus. Tony Comus throwing it up the side. Will be out for another B throw-in. Play it on the floor. Initial ball cleared out. Will be tried again by Cully Wyckoff. Knocked across midfield. Work to do now for Aiden Glover. Turns it over to Point Pleasant and Angus. Ball up the left side for the speedy Bertinoli, but he runs out of real estate. Goal kick coming for East Fairmont, 2.5 minutes in. Will this be like the girls' semis where it's tight? No goals in the first half in either one of those, 1-0 finals, or will it be more like the first boys' game tonight where Charleston Catholic was able to impose their will early? I'm going to bet towards the former. I think this is going to be a tight affair between these two teams. Switch towards the middle. Touched on by Brandley for East Fairmont. Orchard Noli loses the handle there. Push there, and the free kick drawn by the Bees. And Braden Christopher, their 2-goal scorer, hero from the regional final in Trinity. Both those goals coming in the second half. Glover will take the free kick, the East Fairmont center back. Hitting it towards the left side of the 18-yard box. Headed out towards the sideline. Comus will let it go for a B throw. Into the corner. Christopher trying to turn it. And it will be a goal kick for Point Pleasant. Goalkeeper Lucas Beckett moving his charges forward, waving them up to receive the long goal kick. Knocked forward by Reed. Challenge here goes out for a throw in. It'll be East Fairmont's possession. Christopher wants to go quickly. Tossing it up the line for Maxey. Great turn for Maxey. Working into the box. Tackled away and cleared by Point Pleasant. Glover, right side for Fancher. Up the line it comes for Aiden Cole. A tangle there and a tackle away from Garen Hudnall will give away a throw in to East Fairmont. Fancher. Saved on the sideline by the Bees, Wyckoff. One away by Point Pleasant and played forward. Given away in the middle, though. Christopher with the early ball. Looks like an injury there at the top of the box. Maxey slow to get up, still sitting as this ball is punched up the field. Maxey would be a major loss if he's injured. And East Fairmont's just going to clear this ball into the stands and get Maxey looked at. He's limping back up the field now. Throw in for Point Pleasant. And Garen Hudnall will drop it up the line for Colton Angus. It'll once again be a Black Knights throw in the 6th minute of this game. Drop to the feet of Bertignoli. Hudnall in tight spaces will win a throw in. Bertignoli turned over. Now a chance for East Fairmont to counter. Push forward from Brandley. Heavy pressure there. Will win a throw in against Bertignoli. Not the best throw in though as it goes flying into the crowd. Fans alert there will protect themselves. Aiden Cole will drop this and let Fancher take the throw in. Really haven't seen a lot of traffic of balls coming towards us in the stands. We've been lucky through 3+ games, but making up for lost time here in this 4th game. A couple balls whizzing up in the stands towards us. Throw in it deep for East Fairmont and Aiden Cole. One of a handful of seniors on this East Fairmont team that have seen this program go from being a solid one to a state tournament one. Touchback for Cole. Cross is blocked. Good hustle there from Bertignoli to disrupt that. Throw in towards the 18-yard box. Popped up by the head of Hudnall for Point Pleasant. And not saved on that sideline. Cole tried, but couldn't do it. Point Pleasant throw coming for Hudnall. Under pressure, he drops it back to Colby Frum, the sophomore in the middle of the park. Finds Pinkerton. Turned over to Christopher. Now Maxey looking much better after being shaken up a few minutes ago. Fakes the shot, plays it short for Christopher, not the best ball. Christopher has to come back for it and drop it for Fancher. Tobin Fancher's early ball into the 18, gets by everyone. Chance at the far post for Comus. He can't get an angle and goal, plays it back towards the middle and it slid away. Daylight open there for Comus, but didn't have an angle to shoot that ball. I think made the right decision to drop it back, but that allowed Point Pleasant to recover as well when they were able to clear. Comus now working again on that left side, shipping it towards Maxey. Pinkerton will win it and clear for Point Pleasant. Glover, one of the few B players not to go with the dyed blonde looks, knocking it up the field. Bertignoli turning it. Left it comes for the feet And a foul there as Angus was tripped up. Free kick coming for the Black Knights in the 9th minute of this game. Been a game played between the 18s. Not a lot of chances so far in this one. Nothing really to write home about. Service from Reed towards the top of the 18. Flicked on, but nobody home in white. And that will be the first touch of the match for goalkeeper Charlie Boyer. Boyer with a solid punt across midfield. Headed back by Point Pleasant. Second ball battled for and won by the Black Knights. Bertugnoli on the move. Can't find Schrader's run, and it's cleared only as far as Reed. Reed to the right side. Drop back for Keegan Kilpatrick. His chip up the line towards Pinkerton. Fought for in the corner. Pinkerton will turn the corner. Pass towards the top of the box, blocked and cleared by East Fairmont. Maxey now, volleying it up for himself. Header won by Point Pleasant's Blake Douch. Maxey for Christopher. Early ball in his head, looking to pick up the diagonal run of Brandley, but cut out by Point Pleasant. Switch cleared up by Fancher. Early ball, dummied through by Schrader. Cleared out by Glover for East Fairmont. Now Maxey on the ball for the Bees. Switch of fields, looking for the run. Coming forward of their center forward, Brandley, but cleaned out for a throw-in. Garen Hudnall up to take it right at the center stripe, 10.5 minutes in. Tosses it for Schrader. Volley headed away by East Fairmont and Wyckoff. Now knocked towards the near side by Glover. Fancher trying to keep it alive. Will not be able to do so. Throw in for Point Pleasant deep on the left side. Bertugnoli. Early cross. Knocked in by Colton Angus. Chance at the far post. Cleared away by Glover. Now Maxey the other way for East Fairmont. Colin Maxey. Dumping it into the channel. Chance now on the left side for Brandley. And it will be an East Fairmont throw off the clearance. See Lucas Messenger and Jared Terlosky for the first time for East Fairmont. Terlosky unable to settle that one cleanly for East Fairmont, still fighting for it. Touch left by Christopher for Maxey. And his pocket picked. Defensive work from Pinkerton coming back, and it will be a Point Pleasant throw in. 12 minutes and change in here in the first half. Winner will get Charleston Catholic. 8-0 winners over Grafton in our first semifinal. Higher Seas are 3-0 here in the single A double A bracket. 2 wins for Charleston Catholic, 1 win for East Fairmont on the girls' side. Terlosky for the Bees. Cleared by Reed for Point Pleasant. Glover will turn it over to Angus. Colton Angus cutting well inside. Step over move, trying to beat a second defender. Still Angus. Angus's low shot deflected. Glover will be called off by his goalkeeper. Handled in the back by Boyer, who will spray it right. Terlosky's been busy since coming on. Trying to dodge the sliding tackle of Colton Angus, and it will be a Bees throw. Tobin Fancher, who had the assist on the game winner in the regional final at Trinity last week. Against Trinity, I should say, it was at East West Stadium. Early service in the middle for Pinkerton. Running at the center of the defense. Pinkerton with pace towards the top of the 18. Pinkerton cutting inside, and just enough of a touch there to break it up defensively from Carson Church. It was last touched by Pinkerton, who didn't think so. Goal kick for East Fairmont. That's Pinkerton's danger. He's as good on the ball as anybody. Strong player. East Fairmont scrambling to disrupt that attack. Volleyed by Pinkerton forward. Christopher will guide it towards the far side, towards Comus for East Fairmont, but beaten to it by a step by Evan Bales. Pass towards the right side by Douch. East Fairmont fans calling for defenses. Point Pleasant attacks, sliding tackle. We'll concede a corner kick here in the 15th minute. Alex Schrader will jog over towards that ball. Looks like he will take the set piece. Nobody available short, so it should be a clean surface in from the senior Schrader towards the far post where a horde of white and black clad Black Knights are waiting for the service. Ball driven in low, flecked on towards the far post and clear. Long shot blasted high and wide by Bertignoli. Goal kick in the 15th minute. Change coming for East Fairmont. Comus will make way as re-entering the game for East Fairmont is Aiden Cole. Pinkerton wins the initial header for Point Pleasant. Guided clear by Wyckoff for East Fairmont and a throw on the way for Point Pleasant. 16th minute, no score. Not really a great chance either way to speak of in this one. That's what you expect really from a 2-3 game, right? Two pretty evenly matched teams. Point Pleasant's had more of the ball, especially the last few minutes. Tackle away from Terlowski gives away a throw-in. Gonna back up the spot for Garen Hudnall. Back more. Now happy with the spot for Hudnall to drop it at the feet of Bertignoli. Back for Colby Frum. Square for the senior Reed. Forward now for Pinkerton. Pinkerton going to the left side for Colton Angus. Lost the handle a bit, had to recover. Now will knife towards the middle, loses his footing. I think he might have been hit in the face accidentally there, but we'll play on. Christopher, early ball, trying to pick up the run of his teammate Lucas Messenger. Now it's Terlowski with a good ball into space, looking for Messenger, and a hard collision there. Bertignoli cleared the ball and then cleared out his opponent. Throw in coming for East Fairmont. Terlowski to the diagonal run of Maxey. Intercepted, though, by Point Pleasant and cleared towards midfield. Caden Massey turns it over to Pinkerton. Pinkerton with the service in early, making the hard run out of the back is Bertignoli. Having to intervene there and do a flap in the process is Glover. He'll clear it. Free kick for East Fairmont. Second look at that. Just a tangle there. Carson Church's free kick. Brought down up front by Messenger for East Fairmont. Now a flick for Maxey. Touched on by the head of Messenger. Partially cleared. Christopher and Pinkerton fighting for it. Pinkerton will surge through. Pinkerton running at the center of the defense. Has an option to his left in Angus. Angus towards the 18. Step over move now. Great space on the left side. Whips it across the face of goal. Cleared away by East Fairmont. Good defending there on that side from Caden Massey. And the Bees will clear. Early ball to pick out Messenger. Step and win though in the back from Colby Frum. will give the Bees a throw-in. 18.5 gone, no score. Still waiting for a good look at goal for either team in this one. Messenger can't save it. Point Pleasant will make a change. Malachi Hart replacing Schrader in the attack for the Black Knights. Throw for Pinkerton. Stolen by Maxey. Colin Maxey drifting left. Setting up his right foot. Trying to get a step on Bertignoli. Now playing it up that side for Cole. Cleared by Point Pleasant. Back for Church. Space for Carson Church to pick a ball. He decides to go long, looking to play Messenger, and a good volley away from Reed to concede the throw-in. Another change for East Fairmont. Comus back in. Cole comes off. And a throw for Terlowski on the right side midway through this first half. Christopher trying to turn in the corner, playing it across. He might have been hoping for a deflection there. Stolen back by Christopher. Crossing low again, cleared once again by Point Pleasant. Appeal for a handball as Terlowski knuckles that one forward. Point Pleasant trying to save it, will do so, and give away a throw-in instead of a corner. Christopher wants to go quickly. Return pass. Laid off right. Terlowski was offside. Free kick for Point Pleasant. 21st minute. Set piece deep for the Black Knights. Defending state champions looking to set up another final date with Charleston Catholic. Can they, if they can win? Long ball for Tristan Jones, fresh into the game. Freshman unable to beat that defender on that play. Christopher trying to play a combination, gives possession away to Reed, who goes right and off target. Long ball into space, trying to pick out Messenger. Reed intervenes for Point Pleasant. And we'll knock it towards the sideline, keep it in play. Stolen back, though, by the Bees. Early shot towards the far post, and that's in! What a shot in the 22nd minute. What a way for the Bees to take the lead. I don't think that was a cross. I think that was a shot all the way. And it goes in for Colin Maxey. Another look, it was just a lofted ball out of position there. The goalkeeper Beckett didn't know much about it. Colin Maxey with a spectacular opener. We're still waiting for our first game where both teams have scored in this tournament. It's been 3 shutouts. 2 1-0 girls games and an 8-0 boys game courtesy of Charleston Catholic. Point Pleasant will have to break that pattern to extend their season. Down goes Pinkerton. No call. Throw in coming for East Fairmont. Terlowski winning a throw in. East Fairmont fans fired up after seeing their team take the lead in the state tournament courtesy of Colin Maxey. Helps when you have an entire team that are rooting you on, as East Fairmont girls will live to play us on Saturday. Try to avenge their 1 loss of the season against Charleston Catholic. The Irish are undefeated. The Bees just have that 1 loss. Not even a tie for East Fairmont. It's been straight wins and the 1 loss back in August to the Irish. A couple of changes here for Point Pleasant. Been a back and forth game, but East Fairmont with the early advantage. Maxey's long shot from the left side. Getting a chant from his fellow students to the left of me. Point Pleasant trying to build up the right side. Pass intended for Evan Bales on that side will go out for a throw-in. Throw in towards the 18-yard box, headed by Church for East Fairmont. Battle in the corner, won by Bales for Point Pleasant. He'll try and get across in a tight space. Cleared by East, but only as far as Pinkerton. Pinkerton against Christopher. Pinkerton gets the better of him this time. Plays it to the top of the 18. This is Angus. Good turn from Angus. Shot from Angus, and what a finish from Angus. Colton Angus silencing the East Fairmont crowd again. Got to be a better sport than that, but what a goal. Tied in the 24th minute. Maxey in the 22nd. Angus answers in the 24th. Good touch here to create space, and then lashed it first time with the left foot. Boyer at full extension. Couldn't keep it out. Call from Maxey. Response from Angus. 1-1. Bees will kick off. Again, the first time that both teams have scored in this state tournament. Point Pleasant's played some epic games here over the last couple of years. This one's shaping up to be the same. Angus again on the ball. Sliding tackle there from Fancher. That was a hard foul and an easy one. Maybe a yellow. Nope, just going to mark the field. Angus causing problems. Already has a goal. Draws a foul. And this is the in-between territory for a free kick, right? Maybe too far for Reed to shoot it, although he certainly can take a crack if he wants to. This is probably going to be a service, and especially the way that Point Pleasant's setting up on the right side. Token wall from East Fairmont on the edge of the 18-yard box. 3 players, but a massive humanity on the right side. Reed spins that one in, headed away by East Fairmont. Comus gets a head on it for the Bees towards the sideline. Push there will be a throw-in for Point Pleasant. Malachi Hart winning that one for Pinkerton. Pinkerton with a switch into space. Fancher will get to it for East Fairmont and knock it up the line. Dropped back by Christian Beckley. Great name for a player to play in Beckley. Terlowski now. Beckley wanted the return pass. Tackle away. Will spin out for a throw-in, and pushing and shoving here. Terlowski getting into it with Colby Frum. Both players will get a quick warning here. Jaron Reed coming over to Frum saying, get out of this. Don't get a card here. Don't get a silly yellow. It's veteran leadership there from Reed. A little surprised there wasn't a booking there for that push. But we'll play on. Fancher's throw towards the middle, really given away to Pinkerton. Joey Pinkerton. Left for the goal scorer, Angus, but slid away by Fancher into space. Terlowski will be on his horse. Terlowski trying to run this down. Terlowski pushing, will get to it. Terlowski's shot is saved. Rebound for Terlowski, headed away and cleared. Fancher forward. Pinkerton now. This is Angus. End-to-end stuff here in the semis. Pushed off the ball by Fancher. And a free kick given belatedly. Temperature of this game certainly starting to rise in the stands on the field. 2 years ago, Point Pleasant and Fairmont Senior, the last time the Marion County team played Point Pleasant, got so intense that the referee cleared the stands and the game was finished with no fans. Free kick for Jaron Reed in Point Pleasant. High into the sky towards the far post. Headed away. It was intended for Pinkerton. Kept alive and finally cleared. Bertignoli in the middle looking for Pinkerton. Touched away by Church. Bertagnoli towards the right side. Heavy touch, Noe turns possession over. Tanko there in midfield will play on, advantage given, and now they will whistle the fouls. Christopher really couldn't do much with that. Free kick will come in the 28th minute. 2 goals, 2 minutes apart. Colin Maxey with a chip from the left side. Open things for East Fairmont and a good individual effort and finish from Colton Angus in the 24th minute to tie it for Point Pleasant. Whistle here, clock will stop at 12:31. Looks like Terlowski's going to be booked. Escorted towards the sideline. Didn't see the card come out. Couple substitutions both ways here in the latter stages of the first half. Clock again frozen at 12:31. I figured there had to be a booking there because why else would you stop the clock? Back into play from Church. Inside for Comus. Comus cutting inside, looking for a switch. Gives it away. Angus into space for the run of Hudnall, pushing back from the center back position. Square from Schrader, just out of the reach of Malachi Hart. Pinkerton on the right side. Pinkerton towards the 18. Pinkerton's lefty shot comes in low. Smothered by Boyer. Pinkerton will pop up all over the place, create things for his team. There he is again, winning the ball in the center of the park. Turned over to the goal scorer, Colin Maxey. Chip is behind the run, though, of his forward, Brandley. And now Angus. Pass is blocked by Christopher. Angus using his body well to shield that and win it. Christopher chests it down for the Bees. Trying to juggle it to himself. And it will come through now for Brandley. Gives it right to Pinkerton, though. Tangle there. Christopher comes out with the ball. Tees it up. Tries to switch it for Maxey on the left side. And run the back by Bertagnoli. Now Schrader on the move with not a lot of support. Will lay it into the right channel. Couldn't find Bales, but it will be a throw-in for Point Pleasant. 30th minute here, 1-1 between the second-seeded East Fairmont Bees and the third-seeded Point Pleasant Black Knights. Point Pleasant defending champions in Class A AA, looking to get it a go-ahead goal, but Fancher will clear. Skips by Brandley. That allows the volley for Frum and possession for Reed and Point Pleasant. Reed continuing to step up. Reed will take it from deep and hit it over. If you're not going to step and stop him, why not let that fly? And that's what Reed was thinking. He hit it pretty well, just a little high. Bees will shuffle the deck a little bit, bringing on Jason Beckwees, an outside back. Goal kick from Church. Header won by Frum for Point Pleasant. Second ball picked up by Comus for East Fairmont. Church will survey. Wants to go long. Brandley trying to run it down. But Bertagnoli will go down, drawing the foul, and that was a push. And will we see a card for that? It's like just a warning this time for Castle Brandley. Reed's free kick will come in the 31st minute of a 1-1 game. Winner will get Charleston Catholic in the final on Saturday. Last couple years it's been Charleston Catholic versus Point Pleasant. East Fairmont trying to pull the double. The girls in their first ever state tournament got there with a 1-0 win over Elkins earlier today. Pinkerton towards the end line. Loses the handle. Fight there on the end line. Pinkerton wins it back. Good turn from Pinkerton. Working in line, looking for a pass. Back to the top of the 18. Low shot comes in and wide. Blake Douch unable to get that one on frame. Pinkerton, so creative. Able to keep that play alive on the end line. Just didn't really have that good of a passing option. Goes by harmlessly at the far post. Carson Church waiting to take this goal kick. Chips it towards the near side. Brought down in midfield by Aiden Cole, but taken away by Malachi Hart. Now the goal scorer, Angus. Cutting inside. Keeping it. Distributing it, looking for Schrader. Cleared forward, Brandley with a good touch. Brandley now into space. Laying it off for Maxey on the left side. Picked up by Bertagnoli. Colin Maxey, who scored the East Fairmont goal with a chip in the 22nd minute. Cutting back inside. But taken away. Tackle there. Stand-up play from Christopher, working it towards the left side. This is Brandley. Inside now for Maxey, who goes down to the top of the 18 with no call. Schrader can't get that one. And Church will clear it towards the scoreboard and out for a throw-in in the 33rd minute. We'll have another stoppage here for an injury. Clock will freeze at 7:18 left in the first half. Colin Maxey, the goal scorer for East Fairmont, the injured player. Both teams heading towards their benches to get hydration and instruction. Not seen a coach be waved on the field yet for Maxey. He was back on one foot and now will try and work it off. Limping a little bit. D fans happy to see their goal scorer moving much better. Chance to reset here for the final 7:18 of this first half. Maxey in the 22nd for East Fairmont. Angus for Point Pleasant in the 24th minute. Your goal scores here. Play will resume with a throw-in for Point Pleasant on the far side. Throwing up the line. Off the touch, it'll be Pinkerton. Pinkerton driving towards the 18. Won by Christopher. Turned back over in midfield, though. Touch is heavy. Battle in midfield, won by Point Pleasant and dropped back by Hudnall. Early ball towards Schrader, headed away. Pinkerton picks up the second ball. Pings it off of Comus and will now retreat. Sets up the right-footed ball towards the far post, towards Angus. Header in, but Angus will pick it up on the far side. Driven back across the top of the 18 by Angus. Schrader corrals it, drops it back. This is Douch. Long shot from Pinkerton off the mark. Goal kick for East Fairmont. Beast will make another change. Brandley coming off. And a return to the field for Lucas Messenger as we take a second look at that cross. Fell for Angus on the left side. Tried to play it back across the face, but Pinkerton couldn't get this final shot on frame. Off a couple of heads, possession changes. And a push against Point Pleasant. Free kick whistled against Malachi Hart. Chance for Glover to step up and hit it long. He'll play it short for Church. They're just going to actually take the different spot. That wasn't the actual free kick. Church's service towards the top of the 18, headed down by Point Pleasant. Second ball cleared. Well defended by the Black Knights. Comus. Switch in the middle for Fancher, who's moved to a different role now. More of a midfield position. Comus slid away. Played up by Hudnall. Schrader going to work. Hard tackle there. That will be a free kick. Foul whistled on Fancher. 36th minute. Free kick in a good position for Point Pleasant. Reed and Pinkerton, the two eyeing this one. Angus coming over as well. We'll have almost a huddle here over the ball to try and decide what we're going to do. Interesting set piece here from Point Pleasant, almost like a huddle. Really curious to see what comes out of this set piece play. Might just be break the group and let Reed hit it, but then you have nobody for a rebound. This is very interesting. All right, huddle broken. Reed will serve the free kick in towards Pinkerton, headed away, loose in the box, cleared there by Glover. That piece was pretty effective there from Point Pleasant. I like that. A little bit of a different wrinkle. Throw in for Point Pleasant. Actually, it will be East Fairmont with the throw. Changes both ways. Final 3.5 of this first half. It will be a Point Pleasant for throw in actuality. He's defending out of the corner. Slip from Maxey. It falls for Christopher. Clearance is blocked. That's a good decision for Boyer to come get it. Under 3 minutes left on a 1-1 first half. All to play for in this game between number 2 East Fairmont, number 3 Point Pleasant. Charleston Catholic waiting in the wings to play the winner on Saturday. The goal scorer Colton Angus in the 24th minute loses out. Ball up the line looking for Terlowski. Will go out for a Black Knights throw. Hudnall will take it. Hart for Angus. Outside of the foot chip towards the middle. Comus will try and shield it and win it for East Fairmont. He'll do so against the harassment of Pinkerton and the foul called on Joey Pinkerton. Bees will push forward, take this free kick. Referee says, hold on a second. Now he'll whistle it into play. Just wanted to get himself in a better position. Hand up from Church. His service up the middle, driven towards the penalty spot. One hopper will be handled by the goalkeeper. Lucas Beckett making the play. Beckett's punt. Headed forward by Christopher. Volleyed. It's a dangerous ball here on the left side of the box for Messenger. Messenger's shot is in! East Fairmont with 1:34 left in the first half have gone back in front, courtesy of Lucas Messenger. It's a really good finish past the charging goalkeeper Lucas Beckett. Big moment for the junior Lucas Messenger. 2-1 Bees. Scoring right before the half. That's the momentum you want if you're East Fairmont. Point Pleasant trying to do what they did the first time East Fairmont scored. Respond right away. Less than 2 minutes between goals. Between Maxey's go-ahead goal and Angus's equalizer. Angus will chip it up the left side now, right on cue. Glover chesting it down. Will clear it. Another 50-50 ball in a dangerous spot headed. Messenger now. Tripped. No call. Terlowski going in with a hard challenge, and he commits the foul. Stoppage here with 1:02 left in the first half. Terlowski shaken up on that play. Terlowski helped back to his feet. Maxey in the 22nd minute, Angus in the 24th, Messenger in the 39th. 2 for East, 1 for Point Pleasant. Coach Ian Hayhurst onto the field to make sure Terlowski's okay. Putting a hand on his shoulder, helping him off. Pat on the back. Point Pleasant will just whack that second ball off the field. Allow this free kick for Reed to happen. Crowd not loving the fact that there wasn't a call given for East Fairmont. Reed's free kick. Headed out by East Fairmont with a minute left in the half. Launched back in the mixer. Bounces in the box. And in the end, out for a goal kick is getting a thigh on it was Zayden Tolliver for Point Pleasant. Excuse me, that was Keaton Fisher. Is Fairmont content to run some seconds off, take this lead to the locker room? Church's goal kick. Header won by Bertignoli for Point Pleasant. Now for Angus. Angus will rip it from deep with a couple seconds left. Odd hop for Boyer, but he makes the save. And he will just roll it out to end the half. So East Fairmont with a 2-1 lead. Colin Maxey in the 22nd minute for the Bees. Colton Angus ties in the 24th minute. And then just before the break, Lucas Messenger striking on a counterattack for East Fairmont. Second seed takes a 2-1 lead over third-seeded Point Pleasant to the break. You're watching the Class AA Boys Soccer Semifinals on Video Productions and the NFHS Network. One final look at the go-ahead goal for Messenger as we head to break.
At Access Health, we treat your children the way we want our children to be treated, with care, compassion, and expertise.
We focus on treating the person, not just the symptom. Your health and well-being are our priority.
And when you face uncertainties, we're there with advanced technology and compassionate care.
I was so excited when I heard this sandwich was back. I was like, cloud 9, 2 words, cloud 9. What's up? This is Mike.
And this is Celia.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich
Is the symphony of flavors. You can always count on that crispy, tender, juicy chicken, and it's got pickled jalapenos, and it's so good.
My favorite part is the pimento cheese. Topped off with the honey, it all comes together perfectly. I like the original.
I like the spicy chicken fillet, but either way,
You're getting a winner.
Real customers paid for their testimonials.
At Access Health, we believe there's a difference between care and caring. We know you by name, and our 26 locations keep you healthy so that you can do the things that truly matter.
At Little General Stores, we'll be there when you're ready, even if you're returning home for the first time in years. That is why we offer the LG Rewards Card that'll save you money on your favorite convenience store purchases, or even get you free drinks or coffee, allowing you the time to plan that perfect return. Go plan yours today, and when you need us, we'll be there. Thank you to those who serve, so the LG family can serve you. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
Fantastic sports fan? Want to get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in West Virginia because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
At Access Health, we treat your children the way we want our children to be treated, with care, compassion, and expertise.
We focus on treating the person, not just the symptom. Your health and well-being are our priority.
And when you face uncertainties, we're there with advanced technology and compassionate care.
I was so excited when I heard this sandwich was back. I was like, cloud nine. 2 words, cloud nine. What's up? This is Mike.
And this is Celia.
And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A honey pepper pimento chicken sandwich
Is the symphony of flavors. You can always count on that crispy, tender, juicy chicken, and it's got pickled jalapenos, and it's so good.
My favorite part is the pimento cheese. Topped off with the honey, it all comes together perfectly. I like the original.
I like the spicy chicken fillet, but either way,
You're getting a winner.
Real customers paid for their testimonials.
At Little General Stores, we'll be there when you're ready, even if you're returning home for the first time in years. That is why we offer the LG Rewards Card that'll save you money on your favorite convenience store purchases, or even get you free drinks or coffee, allowing you the time to plan that perfect return. Go plan yours today, and when you need us, we'll be there. Thank you to those who serve, so the LG family can serve you. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
Back for the second half here at Carter Stadium. East Fairmont, the number 2 seed, leading the defending state champions and third seeded Point Pleasant Black Knights 2-1. East Fairmont will kick off going from right to left here in the next 40. If Point Pleasant is able to get it even, we'll play 10-minute sudden death overtime periods, and then we'll go to penalty kicks if it's still tied. It's been chalk so far. Both 1 seeds have won, both Charleston Catholic. East Fairmont girls are the 2 seed. They won. East Fairmont boys in the lead as the 2 seed here in the final semifinal of Thursday. Maxey, who scored the first goal in the 22nd minute, tagging up with Bertunoli. He comes out with the ball for Point Pleasant. Early ball looking for Schrader. Tracked and cleared by the East Fairmont center back, Aiden Glover, and knocked out for a throw-in. Another B throw-in. Chip by Christopher. Chance now for Jared Turlowski. Volley there is missed. Ball cleared out for a throw-in. Good defending there from Point Pleasant, and Garen Hudnall to get in the way of that shot, take it away, and also save that and give it away a throw-in instead of a corner kick. Hudnall's cross. Nobody home at the far post. We'll roll out for a goal kick in the end for Point Pleasant. Goals in the 22nd and 39th minutes for East Fairmont. Colton Angus tying things in the 24th minute for Point Pleasant. Goal kick from Reed. Skips by the intended target of Schrader. Berkshire knowing with a hard ball at the outside of the foot. What about that touch from Joey Pinkerton to bring that down? And then switch it to the left side. Angus. Ball in the box, cleared away by Church. Reed on the ball for Point Pleasant. Berksignoli broken up by Comus. Now the counter on for Castle Brandley. Double tackle there. Clock will be stopped at 37:02, and the yellow card shown to Reed. So Point Pleasant will have to defend the set piece without their star center back. So he has to come out for the yellow card. It's a big moment, I think, in this match early in the second half. If East Fairmont can nick a second goal here. Third goal, I should say, but the second in a lead. 2-goal lead. Point Pleasant will just have to defend here. Reed taking his time coming off, still has not left. And Keegan Kirkpatrick will be the player that is inserted into this game. Carson Church pondering this free kick for East Fairmont. Hand up in the air. Righty service from Church will go on target and punched away. Flicked now by Maxey over the top. It's a good ball from Church. You can see the backspin on it, making that ball hang a little bit. Punched away. And then Maxey tried something tricky to try and get a second goal for him. Church did handle that ball. Free kick for Point Pleasant. Ball kid will throw the ball to the middle of the park. Will be sat down by Blake Dausch. Pinkerton will step off and let Bertinoli take it. Keep in mind, this is probably Reed's free kick if he's in the game, but he got a yellow card. So instead it'll be Anthony Bertinoli, the senior. Righty service, bent in towards the 6-yard box and headed wide. Hands on head from Pinkerton. He thought he should have done better with that ball. Reed will check back in on this stoppage. Charleston Catholic, the 1 seed, already advanced to the final with an 8-0 win. The winner of this game will face them in the second game of the Saturday final doubleheader. We'll have 1 versus 2 in the girls' match. Charleston Catholic looking for their 6th straight state championship, taking on state tournament newcomers East Fairmont. Here's Pinkerton. Angus dispossessed. Early ball on the counterattack. Played calmly out of the back by goalkeeper Lucas Beckett. Flick from Angus. The ball forward, turned over. Again, whacked forward. Will be launched towards the sideline. Hustle there to keep it alive from Schrader, but that ball did cross the line. Throw in for East Fairmont. Won by Christopher, who scored a brace in the regional final to get East Fairmont here against Trinity. Here's Pinkerton. Figure he's going to see more and more of the ball as this game goes on if Point Pleasant trails. Working towards the left side. Takes a hard shot across the face of goal and wide. Goal kick for Charlie Boyer and East Fairmont with 6 minutes gone here in this second half. Colin Maxey in the 22nd minute for East Fairmont. Colton Angus in the 24th for Point Pleasant. The go-ahead goal and winner as things stand now in the 39th minute on a break for East Fairmont's Lucas Messenger. Header won by Terlowski. Brandley dropping it back for Christopher. His chip up the right side. Headed back by Bertignoli. Not sure exactly if Beckett loved that, but he came out and got it. Punt towards the center circle, over a couple of heads. Second ball knocked down by East Fairmont, but now picked up by Point Pleasant. Worked up the left side for Malachi Hart. Here's Angus saving that ball. Angus weaving inside, playing it centrally. But a whistle here and a free kick at a good spot for Point Pleasant. It'll come in the 48th minute of this match. Reed back in the game. Will be the player to trigger. This is a hard one to defend because you can drive this in on frame. You can drive this in and hope for a deflection. This is a tough one to defend. You're just hoping for some chaos if you're Point Pleasant. Or you can ship it to the far post. You've got options. I like the driven ball here if you can avoid the wall. Reed will hit it way too hard. Out for a goal kick. Church will take his time with a 1-goal lead to distribute this goal kick for East Fairmont. Bees 60% of the way to the state championship game. 32 minutes to go, 48 behind them. Chip towards Pinkerton. Church wins the header for East Fairmont. Pinkerton blocks that clearance by Church. Fancher will clear. It's a good ball in space for Terlowski. Headed back by Reed at full speed. Beckett will handle. Diffused nicely by Jaron Reed. Short punt. Headed on by Point Pleasant's Blake Douch. Terlowski putting it into space. Speed here as the goalkeeper comes out and gets to it just in time. Ball is played through at a dangerous angle for the run of Castle Brandley. But brave goalkeeping from Lucas Beckett to keep his team within one. Through ball now, and that was cut out just in time as well. Good positioning from Church as they tried to play Pinkerton. Now it pings back to the other side for Beckett. Church under pressure for Pinkerton, which just hit it high. Brandley going for it. Reed calmly puts it to the other side. Bertrude Nolly's pass towards the middle. Angus. Early ball looking for Pinkerton. Header won instead by Church. Good 50-50 header. Reed to the left side for Angus. Angus finding some space. Beating one, can't beat the second as the foot comes in on the tackle from Wyckoff. Again, direct play. Flicked on by Brandley. Terlowski forcing a good clearance. It will be a corner kick off the clearance from Garen Hudnall. Terlowski with some good minutes of pressure. Substitutions coming here with 29.5 minutes gone. Again, this is game management, right? East Fairmont can run this clock with a lead, take some players off. Before this corner kick from Tony Comas coming from the left side. You're in standing senior section, student section for East Fairmont. Comas is chipped towards the near post, headed on across the face of goal, and then headed off the line by Point Pleasant. Counter now for Pinkerton. Comas in pursuit. Pinkerton towards the 18. Comas slips. Pinkerton on the edge of the 18. Tackle and wins it. Well done from Church. Carson Church. Reed. Oh, that was hard. Off the goal scorer. Nothing malicious there, of course, but Messenger took that hard. Looks to be okay. Referee will check on him. That hurts. Only saving grace is that it's not a cold night. That's still not going to feel good, but if it was a cold night, that would feel even worse. Back in play. Unable to be saved there by Evan Bales, and a a throw-in for East Fairmont. Messenger, the goal scorer for Fancher. Fancher up the line for an overlapping run. It's a good one from Caden Massey. Broken up by Bales. And a slip there nearly got Christopher in. Appeals by both teams. It will be a Point Pleasant throw-in. And that's touched by Christopher off the clearance by Reed. Throwing for Pinkerton. Turned over for Massey. Cleared forward again by Reed. Church will look over his shoulder. Sees the approaching Schrader and plays it up the line. Massey unable to find a handle on that one. And miscommunication there as Bales zigged instead of zagging, and it goes out for a throw-in. Church's throw-in. Turned over in midfield. Pinkerton. Good work from Pinkerton. We'll try and split two defenders. Still Pinkerton slips and loses possession. Coleman stuck with that play, won the ball, and then won the throw-in off the deflection. Both teams making substitutions here. Throw-in will be taken by Caden Massey for East Fairmont. With 26 and a half minutes left in regulation. Again, if we're tied after 80 minutes, 2 10-minute golden goal periods. So if someone scores, in other words, the game is over. And if it's still tied after 100 minutes, we'll go to penalty kicks. Ball will go out for a throw-in for East Fairmont, taken by Lucas Messenger, who has the game winner as things stand now. Cleared by Reed into the parking lot. Luckily, he didn't hit a car. Went between a couple of cars. Clock will stop at 25:57 before this throw-in for East Fairmont. Taken by Terlowski. Massey. Crossed by Terlowski. That ball did cross the line according to the error on this side. Throw in coming for Point Pleasant. Point Pleasant taking time, just getting this ball to the sideline for their own throw-in. And now they'll have to back up a couple yards. They've lost a good 20 seconds here. Reed off the throw-in. Chipped up the right side out of the reach of Pinkerton for a throw-in. Another B swap. It's Messenger coming off. Replaced by Aiden Cole. Throw intended for Fancher, gets through. Settled by Point Pleasant in the center of the park. Played forward now. Dipped left by Angus. How about that bounce? It goes to Christopher off the spin off the turf, and he's breaking down the right side. Christopher. Thinking about it, playing it across for Maxey. His shot is blocked, loose in the 6, backheeled on goal, still loose, and cleared off the line. Wow, what a sequence there. And now that the ball is cleared, they will tend to goalkeeper Lucas Beckett for Point Pleasant. What a sequence there, both those teams making plays. Looks like Beckett is okay. Clock stopped at 24-10 here in the second half. East Fairmont 2, the 2 seed winning the 3rd seed and defending state champion Point Pleasant. Drop to the feet of Reed, who plays it short for Bertignoli. He's fouled. Free kick for Point Pleasant to go under 24 minutes. We'll back this spot up a couple feet for Reed's free kick. The last tackle was started by an absolutely bizarre spin off the turf to send Braden Christopher down the right side. Ended well in the end. Christopher has played more of a defensive role in this game, but now is playing as the lone forward for East Fairmont. They rotate some bodies, get some different people rest and rotation. Christopher now playing it in for Massey. It's deflected, and that's a handball. Free kick for Point Pleasant, I should say. And clock will be stopped here. Yellow card shown to Christopher for delaying the restart. Clock stopped at 23-20. Christopher will slowly jog towards the sideline. Replaced by Brandley. Another chance for Reed to whack it forward for the Black Knights, who trail 2-1 with 23-20 to go in this semifinal in regulation. I always have to add that qualifier in the playoffs. In regulation, 23 minutes and change left. Fancher's header. Saved and played up the line. Too tall for Brandley. And Reed will knock it forward again. Pinkerton. Left for Angus, who has the lone Black Knights goal. Coming in the 24th minute, 2 minutes after Colin Maxey opened scoring. The goal that's the difference right now, the 39th minute strike from Lucas Messenger for East Fairmont. Here's Pinkerton. Switch towards the left side. Headed away. Played forward now by Cole. And pass off the mark from Point Pleasant. Throw in for the Bees. Who will take off Comus. And bring back Cully Wyckoff. Late whistle and a free kick for Point Pleasant. Reed running up to take it just inside the sideline. Roll the ball past midfield. Reed's ready. Serving it high towards the top of the 18-yard box. Header won by East Fairmont. Maxey unable to clear it all the way. Bertignoli, though, has a step in from Terlowski, who clears it. It'll stay in play. Brandley just beaten to that ball by Colby Frum. Unable to be saved on that side by Bales. It will be a throw-in for East Fairmont. Massey will take it up the line, looking for Maxey. Header by Bales for Point Pleasant. Good turn from Maxey to keep it. And off of Bales, it will be a throw-in for the Bees. Left for Massey to take. Maxey. Pressure by Pinkerton. Turn inside for Terlowski. Cleared forward by Reed's right foot. Push there called against Wyckoff and East Fairmont. Free kick for Point Pleasant. Once again, Reed up to take it. On the 4 for Pinkerton. That's where I would go to if I were Point Pleasant. Passes off the mark, but does get picked up on the other side. Work here on the cross blocked from Angus. Angus against Fancher. Forced back. Fancher wins the ball. Tobin Fancher touching it for himself up the sideline, sliding into that one, winning it, but then it's taken back by Point Pleasant. Free kick coming for East Fairmont. As Cole was impeded. Past the half lane mark at this second half. East Fairmont still where they were at the half, leading 2-1 over Point Pleasant. The second-seeded Bees trying to join the second-seeded girls Bees soccer team in a final against Charleston Catholic. The score holds will have Irish against Bees in both state tournament matchups, as both the girls semifinals ended 1-0 earlier today. East Fairmont, by the way, winning that goal with 1 minute and 2 left on a goal by Leah Paw. Overcoming conference rival Elkins to these Fairmont girls. Point Pleasant, defending champs, 19 minutes for being out of this tournament. Volleyed forward by Terlowski. Bertignoli chests it, volleys it. Terlowski again in a good spot, heads it away. Bertignoli's throw up the line. They're going to make the substitutions first. Terlowski with excellent minutes. It'll be Fancher coming off, though. They'll move Terlowski back into that D-mid spot. And Christopher, who drew a yellow card a few minutes ago, is back into this game for East Fairmont. Fairmont James with a throw for Bertignoli up the line. Christopher back into this game will get a touch. Good chip towards the right side. Into space for Jason Beckley. Up the line for Aiden Cole. Cross is blocked. Brandley's cross is also blocked. On the sideline, it'll be kept alive by Angus for Point Pleasant and played up the line. Good decision to let that go for a throw-in. 17:45 left in regulation. East Fairmont up 2-1. Cole. Cleared out again for an East Fairmont throw-in. Clock will be stopped at 17:27 as East Fairmont was taking too much time on that throw-in. Wind it again. Reed. Nice ball up the right side to pick out Bales, who flicks it on for himself. Church intervenes. Good touch. Comes for Maxey on the near side. Maxey shakes two defenders, trying to beat a third. Pickerton will force it back for a throw-in, and it'll be East Fairmont ball. Maxey tapping on the back saying, "That's mine, sir. I will take that." More changes. Schrader back in for Point Pleasant, one of their seniors, one of their veterans, trying to will his team to an equalizer. Christopher taking the throw in for East Fairmont. Will offset over Maxey's head. Cleared by Reed towards midfield. Christopher juggling for East Fairmont. Just chips it up the line, looking for Maxey. Promising ball as Schrader marks him, uses his body to shield it off. Still in play. Schrader will have it go off of him. Good work from Maxey. Corner for East Fairmont. Aiden Cole lining it up for the Bees. Under 16 minutes left. 80% of the way for East Fairmont to a state final. Cross in and headed wide. Promising ball there for Glover off target. Christopher trying to turn. Again, just hitting it deep. Refuge for East Fairmont. They always can just clear and regroup. Throw in for Point Pleasant. Angus tried to flick it on. Didn't get much of that ball. And time for Reed in the center of the park with 15 minutes to go in regulation. Pinkerton broken up by a tackle from Christopher. Now it's Maxey working up the left side. Push from Pinkerton. He'll win the ball. Reed in the middle of the park for Douch. Schrader now up the line. It's a nicely weighted ball for Evan Bales. Sliding in is Church. Early service in towards the 18-yard box, chested down. It'll fall. A long volley off target from Bertignoli. And in the 66th minute, a goal kick will come for East Fairmont. Comas back in for the Bees. Another look at that one. Wasn't clear convincingly, and why not shoot that if you're Anthony Bertignoli? You need something to happen for your team. Down a goal. Couple long balls back and forth, resulting in an East Fairmont throw-in. Point Pleasant at this point needs to keep this ball within the lines, because East Fairmont's going to take off 5 or 10 seconds at least whenever you throw in. Another change for the Beast. This is the other thing. When every time the ball goes off, they can substitute, which they will again. Fancher back in. Pinkerton. Oh, what a move from Pinkerton. Turns on the Jets across midfield. Pass is blocked. Pinkerton will try again. Once again handled in the back by Glover and knocked clear by Christopher. Stays in on that sideline. It will be a throw in now for Point Pleasant. Reed. Another long ball, 4 Point Pleasant. Another header won by East Fairmont. Ball not cleared convincingly as Angus gets a piece of it, but it will be a B throw again. More changes. He's able to kill about 10 seconds with that substitution. That adds up. If you can do that 5, 6, 7 times, take a minute off the clock or more in the final stages. Ball given away for a throw-in. And Point Pleasant summon one more moment to tie this game, or will East Fairmont hang on? Substitution here, and immediately you see Reed pushing forward. Can't leave anything left in the chamber if you're Point Pleasant. Have to shoot everything you can. And bringing your veteran center back as a forward is a good option. Can East Fairmont take advantage of Reed's absence? Ball here in for Maxey. Sliding challenge breaks it up. Chance here. And the flag was up. That's a good call. Offside. Free kick for Point Pleasant with 11:24 and ticking remaining in the second half of regulation. The goal that decides it for now, the 39th minute strike by Lucas Messenger to break a 1-1 tie for East Fairmont. Reed, cleared by Comas. There's Messenger right on cue. Give and go now. Messenger running towards this ball. He's going to get to it. Shot is inches wide. Goal kick for Point Pleasant. Another look at that. It was a really good job by Messenger to get to that ball. Tough to direct it on frame. Pinkerton showing for it. He's got the ball now for the Black Knights. Forward now for Reed, who dummies it through with a back heel. Comas' clearance deflected. Comas will try again. Fancher wins the header over Pinkerton, but gives away a throw. Pinkerton's quick throw. Pass off the mark from Bales. Throw for East Side and Fancher with 10:15 to go in regulation. Into space, the throw comes. Touch forward, and that should be a foul, and it is. We'll see if it's a booking for Colby Frum. And it will be. Yellow card. So free kick in a good position for East Fairmont as they try and ice this game. 10:06 on a frozen clock here in the second half of regulation. And they will bring up their best set piece taker, center back Carson Church, to serve this in. Or it could be Maxey. Both are eyeing this one. Bees are not going to commit too many numbers forward for this. Conservative approach with a 1-goal lead is the right one. But then we'll have to nick one here. Point Pleasant still is not substituted for the yellow card. They'll do so now. Fairmont making a change as well. Here's the free kick from Church. Hit on frame, and just over. 10 minutes to go in regulation. Both teams' fans willing their players, their 11 on the field, to finish this game strong. For East Fairmont is about maintaining this lead and maybe adding to it. It's getting to be desperation time for Point Pleasant. Off the goal kick, it's Christopher. Good footwork to create some space and play it through towards the top of the 18. Flick now towards Maxey on the left side. Maxey will take it towards the corner. Let it roll you to stall, but not a terrible idea to kill a couple seconds. Steele now in the box. Chance now to add another, and it's blocked. Another corner for East Fairmont. Off the block by Colby Frum. It's a really good hustle play from Frum to get a leg in there. That's just for a second, it looked like it might be 3-1 thanks to Messenger. Corner in towards the near post is caught. But it went out. Might just be a goal kick, and it is. Reed will take it. Pickerton wins the header forward. Popped up by Point Pleasant's Tristan Jones and out for a throw-in. Pinkerton switches it hopefully, but really nobody was up in the path of that cross. Terlowski touches it forward. Now Angus, the goal scorer today for Point Pleasant. Playing it to the top of the 18. Back for Bertinoli. It's Pinkerton. Thought about the shot, now will take it forward. Dodges one tackle, dodges another. Pinkerton into the box, it's deflected. Chance to cross towards the far post. Runner arriving, headed across the face, and saved by Boyer, and cleared. Huge! Point Pleasant was that close to the tying goal. It will be a corner kick. Reed readying to take it. Another look at that chance. It was a really good one. Late arriving run. Header was initially saved and then cleared. You see the frustration on the left side of the screen from Point Pleasant. Corner kick results in nothing. It's cleared again towards the parking lot. Bounces off someone's car. Now Pinkerton. Cutting inside. Pinkerton's shot low is blocked. And it will be a free kick here for Point Pleasant. Over comes Reed to take it with 7 minutes to go in this one. Reed's free kick towards the far post, headed away by Comus for East Fairmont and cleared towards midfield. Won by Frum, who plays it up the line. It's Maxey chipping it forward. From up the line. Hudnall. Up the right side, unable to be saved though by Bales. Throw in coming for Fancher and East Fairmont with under 6 minutes to go. Another set of changes being made by these two teams. Fancher's throw in. Knocked forward by Christopher. Hit high by From. Foul against Pinkerton. Free kick for East Fairmont. Church will take his time. Ranges the ball in just the right piece of turf. He's killed 10 seconds and counting on this set piece. Now we'll knock it towards the 18-yard box. Bounce now and handled by goalkeeper Beckett. 5 minutes left in regulation. 2-1 East Fairmont. Maxey. Goes a couple seconds before it's cleared. Fancher wins the header. One in midfield by East Fairmont and Wyckoff. Comus gets a touch in. Maxey on the ball again, dipping it into space. Easily handled by goalkeeper Beckett coming out. 4:20 to go. Right now, the winner coming in the 39th minute, courtesy of Lucas Messenger. Whistle here. Free kick will be backed up with 4 minutes and counting left and then rolled all the way back to the goalkeeper. The punt up the middle. Foul here, free kick for Point Pleasant. Once again, Reed will take it. Hit towards Pinkerton, headed away by East Fairmont. Second ball. One in midfield by Point Pleasant, chipped right up again. Header one by Church, now Comus. Kept alive in possession by Douch. Played in towards Pinkerton. Pinkerton looking for an angle to shoot. Taken down. Play will continue. Point Pleasant still fighting for it. It's Pinkerton trying to turn in the box. Tackle away. Ooh. Man, that Pinkerton went down, and there was definitely some contact there. Not called. Push here. That will be called. And a push the other way. Things are devolving here with 2:48 left. Pretty bad retaliation there from Bales. He'd won the free kick. You don't need to do that. Card shown to Bales. It's unnecessary from Bales there. He'd accomplished the task of winning the free kick, did not need to push. And this is a dangerous free kick, and most importantly, maybe for Point Pleasant, the clock is stopped right now at 2:48. They've got all the time they want to figure out this set piece. It'll be Reed taking it. Have to figure Pinkerton is target number one. Angus 2. Lots of really good options here for Point Pleasant. Two-player wall for East Fairmont. Backed up to the edge of the 18-yard box. Jaron Reed's free kick. Here we go. Reed's service towards the far post, headed but high. Clock will be stopped again with 2:39 remaining for 2 substitutions, 1 each way. If you're East Fairmont, why are you subbing here? Let the clock run. Church's goal kick. Gets through. Aiden Cole against Frum. Frum will get the turn on it, play it forward. In the center of the park for Bales, who just came back in after the reset. Now Pinkerton. Reed will send it to the right side. Ball up the line. Full sprint from both players. Comas gets the first touch for East Fairmont. Will keep it alive on the sideline. And clear it. Headed forward. Played centrally. Terlowski will clear it. A good one, too. Out of bounds. Garvin Hudnall's throw up the line. Flicked on by the head of Schrader. Schrader will try again. Not saved by Pinkerton. Throw in with 1:45 left for East Fairmont. Schrader saved it, but didn't actually. It will be a throw-in. 90 seconds between East Fairmont setting up a double Charleston Catholic East Fairmont Championship Saturday. We'll see it on the girls' side, 1 versus 2. And the clock will stop here with 1:22 remaining as East Fairmont tries to make it to their championship game on the boys' side as well. Up the line. Reed under pressure. Trying to clear. Good work here defensively from Aiden Cole. Finally, it does break out with Reed. One more build-up for Point Pleasant. Frum playing it up the left side. Angus showing for it. He's looking for an angle to pass. Still can't get away from the pressure of Terlowski. Now Angus will get a little bit of space. Reed's calling for it on the right side. Instead, the pass is picked off and knocked forward by Maxey. Hudnall switching fields into space. 40 seconds left for Point Pleasant's season. Ball hit forward towards Pinkerton. He'll get a foot on it. Now Angus chips it back towards Pinkerton. Headed towards the left side. Run here from Angus on the left side. Angus into the box, stood up. That looked like a little bit of a push, but they won't call it. 20 seconds left. Switch towards the middle, headed on by Terlowski, headed again by East Fairmont. Now Pinkerton picks it up, trying to touch it by the defender. Comas does really well. 8 seconds left. Reed just has to cross this and hope something happens. Hits it into the mixer. Off the line comes Boyer. He will make the catch, and that will do it. East Fairmont will hang on. We will have a new state champion in Class A AA. Point Pleasant falls to the second-seeded Bees, and we will have a Charleston Catholic versus East Fairmont doubleheader for the state championship on Saturday. East Fairmont hanging on, getting the winning goal in the 39th minute, courtesy of Lucas Messenger. Maxey in the 22nd for the Bees, tied in the 24th by a goal from Angus, and then the winner for Messenger in the 39th minute. East Fairmont has returned to the state tournament this year. They will return to the championship game, seeking a 3rd state title in boys soccer. What a day of soccer here. 3 games decided by 1 goal. And again, the championships are set. On the girls' side first, it will be number 1 Charleston Catholic against number 2 East Fairmont, and then copy and paste for the boys. Number 1 Charleston Catholic against number 2 East Fairmont. Thank you so much for sticking with us today. Fantastic crew here at Video Productions. Thank you for their help today. I am Michael Minnick. Thanks for watching on the NFHS Network and Video Productions. Good night from Beckley. We will see you for Championship Saturday.